Okay, welcome back after a very brief intermission here. Got some more last game of the night here. We got some Div D action. Rocket Rangers versus Blitz. But before we get into that, we are going to introduce a new caster and the last caster of the night. We got a fellow Div B member, iCosmic. How's it going, man?
Oh wow. What's up, chat?
What's cracking, chat? What's going on? Make sure to sub, don't know, this is whatever. But yeah, no, like I said, I got some fun little Div D action. I believe I casted Rocket Rangers last time, so a little bit of experience with them. But Blitz, I believe, has only been on stream once. So these guys are relatively new to stream, which is why I wanted to toss these guys in here. So without further ado, we're going to get into some division stats here. I hope I did everything right with that. But regardless, Div D stats here. Obviously, we saw Lethal Shooters and Elite Egoists play earlier. Lethal Shooters ended up winning, so they should be 5-1, and Elite Egoists are 1-5 now. So this isn't necessarily completely up to date, but regardless, that's not about them today. We have Blitz and I'm forgetting the other team, Rocket Rangers. There we go. So obviously 3-2 and 2-3. So very even teams. This is like pretty much right at that 50 split here. So one of them is in the upper half of the division, and the other one is in the lower half of the division. So very close teams, and stats-wise, these are both very similar. Anything that really stands out to you?
Honestly, I can't really point out anything. Like you said, both teams are incredibly similar. Their winning percentage, their goals, their shots, their demos, their saves. Honestly, both teams are solid, and I can see this game going to Game 5. Or this series going to Game 5.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I will point out one thing. We don't see any league-leading stats for either team. So obviously there's nothing huge or like super big creator in each of them. But yeah, but we're going to try to get this thing kind of going here. And we're going to look at some, what's it called? Orange stats here, a.k.a. Rocket Rangers. Led by Rhino, then followed by Pumpkinhead and Talonball. Rhino with just over 1 goal a game. I'm sorry, I'm like half burping here. This is yikes. But regardless, Rhino with little over 1 goal a game here, and leading his team in a lot of these stats here. And on the other end, we see Talonball. Not looking so hot stats-wise. We have 0.18 goals a game, 14% shooting percentage, but everything else is looking okay. Assists are looking good, everything else. But he is demoed pretty heavily. So other than that, I would like to see some better stats coming out from Talonball this series, and hopefully he can kind of find that click, find that like little rhythm that he needs to, and bump up some of these stats here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But anything you notice about these guys in specific?
For Rocket Rangers, I can't remember who says it, but it's either Pen or K-Tool, but they always bring up that every series, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to the third man. And like you pointed out, Talonball with that 0.18% goals per game isn't really kind of swaying me towards that Rocket Rangers side. But if maybe he can kind of pick up his pace, get a couple goals here and there, I can see Rocket Rangers taking the series.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess shooting over to the other team stats here, we got Blitz, little 3-2 action, led by KM King, followed by It's Jank, and then Doshi being their third man. And I recently casted with Doshi, so I can't say that I've really seen him play, but I know him for the most part. But regardless, we see KM King with 1.1 goals a game, leading the league. So shout out to him, and I'm pretty sure we're going to flip back to Rocket Rangers. Yeah, and Rhino just below him, so barely brushing, not quite league-leading stats. But regardless, still very good stats for either team, but more specifically Blitz. Obviously, a very good stat to be league-leading in. But other than that, everything else looks very uniform, again, with this team here. Shooting percentage is going to be a little bit higher with Cam King just because of that leading goals. But regardless, I mean, a lot of the other stats here are kind of supported by his second and third man here. We see Doshi getting a lot of saves per game, very close to Itch Jank, and those two are actually their team leaders. So very good second and third man to have, especially for this team here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anything stand out to you with these guys?
Sorry, I took a bite of my apple as soon as you
How
said that.
dare you?
Mm. All right, but yeah, KM King, league leading. Obviously, he's doing something right. Their team record might not show that, but when you're lead leaguing in your division, there's a lot of pressure on you. So hopefully that kind of doesn't get in his head, get in his mental, and we can see a lot of goals coming from KM King.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But after covering these stats here, we're going to look at these guys. I just want to make sure that I don't have any of these guys in Rocket League, because we're going to try to get these guys invited here, get this game on the road. But I guess the big question here is, who do you have taking this series?
Honestly, I don't really have a lot of knowledge based on for this Blitz team. But you know, KM King, that 1.1 league leading, his second and third man kind of being a little bit more like evenly distributed in terms of like skills and stats. I'm probably gonna have to go with this Blitz team.
Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, no, Blitz is looking pretty strong with, you know, just in overall team stats. I believe, yeah, Blitz had that very strong second and third man, and like you had said earlier, second and third man is what's going to be winning games. You can't go wrong with a very good second or third man, because I mean, you could have the best first man in the world scoring a bunch, but if anything goes wrong and all of a sudden he's not able to put it in the back of the net, it's going to be up to that second and third. But I think I'm going to go the underdog here. I'm really going to tank my stats here with my game predictions. But I'll go with Rocket Rangers, maybe looking for a little bit of redemption here. Obviously, stats-wise, they're not looking the best, but I've casted some pretty insane upsets, and I feel like Rocket Rangers can definitely put this one in the bag here. And I think it's going to go to a Game 5. This will be a very good series. This will be a very, very good series to cast here.
Yeah, I also think it's going to be Game 5.
Indeed. So, without further ado, we're going to try to get these guys into a game. We're going to make sure that we are all ready. And, yeah, we're going to try to get this last streamed series tonight on the road. Just waiting for a response from these guys. Looks like both teams are going to be ready. So we're going to get loaded into this match. Make sure that we got everything all set and ready to go ski. And bingo, bango, bongo, we're loading into the match here, waiting for this little late-night duel to incur.
Honestly, Late Night Rocket League is the best Rocket League.
It is. It is, without a doubt. So as everyone joins up here, we'll get this game one kicked off here. There's probably going to be a little scuffness in the cams, but that's okay. It's always happening. But yeah, I'll let you kind of talk over these guys while I get everything situated.
Yeah, so game number one, always the feeler game. I don't expect to see a whole lot happen in terms of braveness and boldness. I can probably see both teams playing a little passive, feeling each other out. As we see Rhino trying to take it downfield, Pumpkinhead with an unfortunate whiff there, trying to get a shot on net. KM King's gonna send it towards the other half, and Talon Ball with an unfortunate own goal. What happened here? I think he might have been caught off guard here. Kind of flipped a little wrong. Yeah, that's just an unfortunate own goal.
Yeah.
Hate to see it, but
yeah, no, those always are the slow burners, especially when you're in the correct position. You know that you can get the save, and all of a sudden, whoop, just a little something slips past you, or maybe your dodge dead zone isn't quite enough. But yeah, no, that's not one that you want to kind of have going off the first rip, but it's okay. They still got plenty of time. We got 4.5 minutes left, and I mean, I know I say this every single series, but you know, Rocket League time always goes like no other time. Anything can really happen.
Honestly, a 5-minute game in Rocket League is more like 10 minutes in real life. As we see this Rocket Rangers team struggling to get it clear here. A lot of pressure coming from this, I forgot the team, coming from this Blitz team here. They're just peppering that backboard. And at some point, Rocket Rangers might fall, but these gotta stay clear there. As Rhino gets a good bump, Talon Ball with the amazing clear as the ball gets sent over on this Blitz half.
Yes, indeed. We see a nice little, like you said, nice little clear coming out here from Rocket Rangers, but Blitz able to kind of capitalize, maybe off a little second or third man not quite being there. It's Jank able to try to get one around Rhino. He does get it around Rhino for the most part, but he's able to get a 50 here as Doshi takes over in the corner with low boost. Tries to get something going here. Doesn't quite get the touch on, though. KM King gets a little missed touch as well. It's Jank off the sidewall. Rhino is back, though, in order to get this read here, getting it away from his half. And Pumpkinhead takes over again with low boost.
Yeah, I'm liking how KM King he's slowing down the play. He's getting a lot of controlled touches and possession here. And one thing that I've noticed when it comes to Diddy, that is an amazing shot there. Good pressure, Rhino. But as I say that, you know, Rhino just goes and evens up the game. But KM King there, he seems to be the only player in this game right now that is taking it slow and getting a lot of controlled touches, looking for those flicks. And honestly, that's not something that I see a whole lot when it comes to Div D gameplay. It's more or less just kind of boomer balls, seeing if it like ends up in the net. But if we can get KM King to be a little bit more consistent with those controlled plays, that could be very dangerous for Rocket Rangers.
Yeah, for sure. And I will say, I don't know if we put enough respect on that early goal. Here's the demo play coming out. Is this going to be a goal? Rhino is back, able to get that 50 away from his net. But, I mean, like I was saying, that goal coming out from Rhino just a second ago, I mean, nice little delay flip, able to, you know, kind of fake out that initial touch and then get a flick around one at the last second. Phenomenal play. But regardless, it's still tied up 1-1 here, halfway through the game exactly. So we're running at about 2 goals a game, roughly, rate-wise. I think I did my math right there. But KM King with a nice little pop to himself, tries to get an air dribble going here, but nobody is able to follow up on here before Pumpkinhead gets back into defense.
Yeah, not a lot of backboards there. As we see another unfortunate whiff coming from Talonball, but Rhino able to be the savior for his team. Zero boost, sends it down this Blitz way as we see Jenk send it downfield, not quite the clear that he wants. Talonball with the shot, gets cleared away by Doshi. Pumpkinhead gets to touch mid, tries to keep it on this Blitz half as we see a shot coming from Rhino. That could be too high. There's no backboard defense, but Doshi has all the time in the world, able to send it back over onto Rocket Rangers half.
Yes, indeed. Nice little, I mean, I think you guys said it beforehand, but we see a lot of boomer ball down in Div D, so if we can see really, I mean, I don't remember who you said exactly, but we see, oh my god, what an aerial play coming out from It's Jank, and an unfortunate whiff from Doshi on a wide plank, point blank open net pretty much. Unfortunate. Oh my god, I don't even remember what I was going to say.
I think you were talking about the fact that KM King being one of the players to kind of take it slow. That was a really good air dribble. Being able to take it slowly as KM King puts it mid, trying to find his teammate Doshi, unable to get it there as Talonball gets the nice clear away.
Well, that's right. But, I mean, like I was saying, I think you had mentioned it earlier, but, like, we see a lot of boomer ball down in Div D. So, like, if we could see some players maintain possession rather than just getting it back and forth, there could be some very, very dangerous teams. Unfortunately, I don't mean to bash any Div D homies down here, but you don't really see necessarily the mechanical like tendencies in order to really maintain true possession of a ball. But I mean, regardless, if people work on it and they get decently consistent at it, they can be very, very threatening.
Yeah, even if it's nothing too flashy, a simple like being able to get up to the ball fast can make or break a team. That is a good bump from Rhino, but Pumpkinhead, that is another amazing redirect. Rhino, what is going on?
Yeah, just a few oh, that's what happened. The bump on KM King. Great bump by Rhino, able to do a quick cut and finish it himself, putting them up 2-1 with little over 15 seconds left in this game one. We're gonna need to see something crazy happen here from Blitz.
Yeah, the split side they need a Hail Mary play as we see Doshi get a favorable 50. Can he get the cut mid? That is a dangerous ball. KM King hopefully can get a goal. Gets 50'd out by Pumpkinhead. No one is there to take advantage of it, and Rhino is just going to send it down this Blitz half, and that's going to hope maybe the end of game 2. We'll see. We might see a 0-second goal here as Rhino puts it mid, and no one's there to get the goal. Rocket Rangers taking game number 1.
Indeed. Nice little comebacker here from Rocket. Maybe not a comebacker, but regardless, very good game by Rocket Rangers. Like I had said earlier, both these teams very, very even stats-wise. Pumpkinhead putting up almost a Tony Snell game. Saved himself there. But, I mean, Rhino, look at his stat line. 2024 looking stats, dude. Come on now. But anyway, 506 score, 2 goals, 2 saves, 4 shots. Oh, my goodness. And we saw it. I mean, his stats prove a point here. Being that first man, able to make those quick cuts, those split-second decisions, able to put the ball in the back of the net, that's exactly what you need, especially in this division.
Yeah, especially that bump there for that I want to say that was their second goal.
Yep.
That was a huge play, and the fact that he still stayed in that play to get that redirect, immense ball knowledge.
Bro is a ball knowledge enhancer.
Front-lobed man right there.
Indeed, indeed. As we wait for everybody to ready up here, looks like we're going good here. Getting into this game at number 2 after a very, very close game. Number 1 here, Blitz unfortunately wasn't quite able to keep that defense up with an unfortunate amount of time here. Really just overall an unfortunate game for Blitz here coming out from game 1. But regardless, you put that one behind you. It's only the first one. Obviously, it would be nice to have that one-game cushion, but who really cares? Reverse sweeps happen all the time. Not saying it's quite to that point yet, but we see an early lead. Blitz obviously not taking that last one to heart, already up 1-0.
Yeah, Rocket Rangers, they need to figure out their defense. Every time that we see the ball on their half and the ball is in a threatening position, we see them stumble and tripping over themselves. They need to figure this out. Maybe for game 1 might have been a fluke on both sides. Rhino did play out of his mind, but they got to figure out their defense. There's a lot of holes coming for this Rocket Rangers side.
Yes, indeed, and obviously, I think every time that we've seen some okay-ish pressure coming up from Blitz, they have scored. So, I mean, I couldn't emphasize more the fact that they do need to kind of shape up that defense, because literally defense wins games. You can have some crazy boomer balls from the opposite side of the net, and if you catch an offense lacking or defense lacking, you could definitely score. So, I think a very critical game, or pretty critical point to any Rocket League game is going to be the defense. You see a demo coming out here on Pumpkinhead, not able to get enough of a touch from Talon Ball, but Rhino is there to take over with a little bit of boost here. Talon Ball is there, but Demo for his efforts here. Is Rhino going to be on? Not quite, and KM King knocks it away.
That's an unfortunate touch there, but Talon Ball able to bail his teammate out as we see Jank get the clear. Jesus, holy words. Get the clear. That could be a shot, though, on target. Doshi, no one's there. KM King goes for the shot. A little lobber. Ooh. Talon Ball backflipping, but a huge save coming from Pumpkinhead.
Indeed, what great defensive composure there. It looked like Doshi was a little bit awkward, maybe freaked out a little bit, but was able to, kind of get redeemed by his teammates here. You see almost a crazy shot on here off a mistouch by Talon Ball, but just barely rings off the crossbar. Maybe not the crossbar, but the sidebar here. You see Rhino trying to go for a solo play here. Gets a read off of one, gets it almost around Doshi, but Doshi able to, get a nice little regroup touch here, and it's just obliterated over to Rocket Rangers half.
Yeah, we see Rhino yet again going for those bumps. That almost worked out, but that could be a shot on target. Talon Ball able to make it back in time. That was another shot opportunity. We see a double commit coming from this Blitz half. No one able to take advantage of that. It's very unfortunate, but Rhino sending it towards this Blitz way. Gets volleyed back by Jank. A bit of an awkward play there as Rhino gets caught out. KM King goes for the Dookie! Say Dookie coming from KM King.
I mean, you gotta respect it. There's nothing that you could do here. KM King just had a crazy follow-up read. Oh my goodness. That was just, honestly, just a skill diff. What a way to go up 2-0.
Yeah, Rocket Rangers, yet again, they're just kind of caught on the goal. No one's really putting any pressure out. First man, front post, they're not, sticking out, trying to get a touch there. They all just kind of got lacking. And then when that ball was heading towards the net, they all went. So they all panicked, and that was perfect for KM King there, taking advantage of that. As we see another shot coming from Doshi. Yet again, Rocket Rangers, you got to get out of your net there. You're just going to keep getting scored on.
Exactly. I don't know if they have the stream pulled up, but I know when I remember I said defense is key. Defense will win you games. But I hate to break it to you, not that much defense. Not that much. You have to have at least somebody trying to touch the ball. In order to get a shot on here. You see a nice little regroup touch here from Talon Ball. Almost a good clear, but Jank was up early to deflect that away here. And Doshi is on, but pinched on the wall by Pumpkinhead. Tried to get enough of momentum over. Rhino is up. Open net opportunity here. Is anybody here to capitalize? Rhino bumps his own teammate. Oh my god, is this going to go in? No way. Okay, I mean... Okay.
That's just that honestly kind of looked a little intentional coming from Rhino.
Maybe Rhino was just trying to, maybe get this game into an overtime. Maybe he wants it to go into an overtime. Who knows? But regardless, Rocket Rangers able to get a quick redemption here. Talon Ball on the ball. Words are hard. Rhino takes over, tries to get a flick around one. Kind of does. Maybe it was a little misflip here. Rhino still stays on the ball. Pumpkinhead is there, puts a shot on, and great team plays coming out from Rocket Rangers.
This is what I like to see. A lot of offensive pressure coming from Rocket Rangers. Rhino able to get that touch off the corner. That ball bounces straight mid, and Pumpkinhead is ready and able to get that shot on. As we see now a 1-goal deficit between the two teams. A little under 2 minutes left. Anything can happen here. Pumpkinhead with 0 boost is gonna gets a touch, but I don't think that's the touch you want in Talon Ball. Able to bail him out. Can he get another? Gets shot on target by Jank, as we see Rhino with a big clear. Pumpkinhead able to keep it going down this field. Talon Ball yet again with 0 boost, puts it mid. Pumpkinhead goes for the shot. Double commit coming from Jank, as we see Rhino maybe gets another one that's on target. It's saved by Jank. It's stolen goal. Or, yeah, a stolen goal.
Oh my god, what a shot from Rhino, but what an even better save from It's Jank. Just able to get it off the crossbar, maybe taking the hitbox into effect. And see a quick follow-up from the save to the goal, opposite sides of the field. What a play by Jank.
Yeah, that was a good clear from Rhino, but it was a little too mid, and this Blitz team was able to take advantage of that, caught Pumpkinhead a little bit too far out, and was able to just slot it right behind him. But there is a minute left. There has been a lot of goals only within 4 minutes. I have hope for Rocket Rangers, but as the seconds go down, their chances of catching up are dwindling, as we see a shot attempt coming from Doshi, not quite on target, a little too wide, as we see Jank taking his time, gets wasn't able to get the touch. Rhino with the clear. Pumpkinhead puts it a long way, gets 50'd over by Doshi. Doshi half a tank of boost, puts it mid. That could be dangerous. Is anyone up? Rhino able to clear it out.
Indeed, nice little possession here from Talon Ball. Doesn't quite get the shot on. Unfortunately, Doshi, honestly, kind of a fortunate touch for Doshi there. He would have been beat pretty bad here. But we got 30 seconds winding down here. KM King trying to take some offensive pressure here. Talon Ball does stay home, is able to get the touch around here. A little awkward for this Rocket Rangers team here. Oh my god, I'm at a loss for words here. Talon Ball grabs the corner boost, tries to get something going here, doesn't quite get the touch that he wants, and Pumpkinhead booms it across. And I think this is going to be wraps on game number 2.
Yeah, but you know, game number 2, the goal is even. There is I'd have to contribute this win for Blitz. Like we said, at the end of the day, it's double commits and defensive mistakes for Rocket Rangers.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think I know I had said it in last series, but it's always great, or not necessarily great for the receiving team, but the team that is able to kind of capitalize on any defensive errors, whether it's missed rotations, double commits, or just missed touches, is always going to win a game. And obviously we were able to see that Blitz was able to capitalize on those mistakes that Rocket Rangers have had. And, you know, obviously we're rewarded by putting a goal in the back, or putting the ball in the back of the net. Obviously, you always want to be able to do that. And again, unfortunately for Rocket Rangers, they were able to capitalize, or Blitz was able to capitalize on their mistakes. But again, like you had said, just being able to tune up some of those like little mistakes, or just fine-tune some rotations on the defensive side of things will definitely help this Rocket Rangers play the long game here.
Yeah, but other than that, both teams looking incredibly even as we get started here at game number 5. That is a very, very 50-50 kickoff there, as KM King gets the favorable 50. Doshi hoping to put it on target. Not quite the touch that he wanted. Rhino able to clear it a long way, but Jank keeping the pressure on. That's a favorable 50 that could be dangerous. KM King shot off target, but Rhino clears it away, as we see Pumpkinhead just muscling his way through Doshi. Can he get another one? No, he cannot. Gets cleared away by KM King.
Indeed, KM King with boost. Joe goes for a little bit of a dribble play. Is Rhino going to get back? He is. Rhino is with full boost. Tries to get something off the wall here. Doshi does beat him to it, though. As he clear, what was that? Pumpkinhead gets something over to the opposite corner here. It's Jank is going to take his time off the wall, see if he can get a little touch here. Looks like he maybe got the slightest little bit down, but isn't quite able to get it enough around Talon Ball. You see a setter to potential. Nobody is there to capitalize, though. Pumpkinhead does play a passive third man here. Open that opportunity, but he doesn't quite get the shot on before KM King deflects it away.
Very good defense coming from KM King. The man that's putting his team on his back gets a clear over. That's a little bit awkward, though. Doshi gets the touch. It's still on this Rocket Rangers half. Rhino puts it towards the corner. No one's there as the ball just rolls slowly towards the split side. Talon Ball opting to take possession. Gets it past one. Gets it past to K, but K gets bumped off. KM King, full tank of boost. Unable to get the touch, gets bumped away by Pumpkinhead as Rhino keeps his pressure alive as Doshi lobs it up high. It's Jank. That is a good demo coming from Doshi, but Jank wasn't able to put that shot on target. It's a good bump. Is anyone there? No hesitation from both sides as Rhino goes for the flick, gets it over one. Missed touch coming from Doshi, but Jank able to clear it away.
Indeed, yeah, nice little bub demo play coming out from Blitz's half here. Unfortunately, they weren't quite able to capitalize on it, which, you know, can't get them all. But Jank is going to go off the wall here. Pumpkinhead is going to follow. Doesn't quite get that touch before Doshi does. Doshi is going to stay on this one. Gets a demo on one. Doesn't quite have the boost to regroup, though, here. Jank plays at midfield, gets a boom off the right wall. Let's see if he turns up here again. He does. KM King takes over, though. Is he going to go up, try to get a shot on? He does, but it's boomed back towards Rocket Ranger's half. This is looking a little bit dangerous for Blitz half. But Talon Ball isn't quite able to regroup the ball fast enough. Center ball potential. Pumpkinhead plays past him in the midfield and booms it off the backboard. Let's see if he can get a shot on. Not quite.
Yeah, favorable 50 going towards Rhino as we see a shot come from Rhino. Talon Ball, an unfortunate whiff coming from Talon Ball, but the pressure is still on Blitz as we see Pumpkinhead put it towards the corner, tries to put it mid, unable to find the touch, gets denied by KM Ping, who chooses to opt to slow the play down, gets it over one, but gets cut off by Rhino. Rhino with 12 boosts, failing a little patient, lets Doshi gets the touch. Doshi kind of gives it to Talon Ball. I'm seeing a lot of back and forth on this midfield as KM King getting a little air dribble over on this Rocket Ranger half.
Yeah, I will say, I know earlier we had said that has been a lot of boomer ball and everything. It was a great bump and almost a good shot by Doshi, but just swings a little bit wide left as Pumpkinhead kind of maybe does a little fake action here and almost a fake on Rhino and his own teammate here. Doesn't quite get it, but I mean, like I was saying, we tend to see a lot of boomer ball in Div B or Div D. But I mean, it looks like both these teams are starting to really take possession of the ball and make the most out of like the possessions that they have. It's not just boomer balls. You see a great shot coming out here from KM King, but just puts it a little bit tall left. Isn't quite able to slot that one in here. But I mean, just great composure from both these teams. Able to kind of take advantage, taking haymaker after haymaker, making the most out of each possession.
Yeah, both teams kind of getting the same looks for in terms of pressure. But yeah, a minute left. The first team to make a mistake, and KM King able to get that pass over from Jank. What a great pass coming from Jank. KM King ready and waiting, trusting his teammates, hoping that his teammate's gonna get that ball mid, and he's just able to slam it in the back of Rocket Ranger's goal.
Yes, honestly, I wasn't quite looking at the match there, so I don't really know what happened. We see a quick response attempt coming from Rocket Rangers, but isn't quite able to adapt here. Doshi with almost an unfortunate mistouch here, but just dropped down. Rocket Rangers weren't quite able to capitalize. But I don't really know if it was a mistake that led to the Blitz's goal, but obviously able to capitalize, have that close second man as we see Doshi flick over. Is anybody there to follow up? Somebody is. It's Jank. Isn't quite there quick enough before Pumpkinhead gets it away. Looks like he's going to try to get some momentum here. Rhino takes over, gets a dribble around one. Doesn't have any boost here, gets the corner, tries to get it popped up over to his teammate here. Talon Ball is up. Can he get a goalie here? Not quite. Blitz playing incredible defense, and Pumpkinhead takes over, tries to get something going here in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. Rocket Rangers need to make something happen. The clock is dwindling down as we see a huge demo coming from Doshi. KM King able to 50 Pumpkinhead, gets it right over a Rhino and is able to put the nail in the coffin here for game number 3.
Yes, great demo play coming out from Doshi, demoing that first man, and you know KM King just taking his time, getting that double touch over a potential double commit. I think that was maybe a double commit on our Rocket Rangers half, but he's able to do that, get it around both defenders, and have an easy, wide open net here, giving him a little bit of a cushion, preventing a kickoff goal overtime, and just great game from this Blitz team.
Yeah, a lot of like we said in game number 2. A little bit less defensive errors in terms of the Rocket Rangers half, but those double commits, those are the main factor here when it comes to Blitz scoring and not scoring here for Rocket Rangers.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I know we had seen a little bit of it towards the end there, especially on that last double commit that led to a Blitz second goal. But I do see a lot of cuts by Rocket Rangers, just unnecessary cuts. You have that second and third man waiting there, and also that third man or that first man with no boost at all besides the cut, and just makes a really, really unfortunate touch, or even a just no touch at all, kind of messing up that rotation. So, I mean, if you're Rocket Rangers and you're watching the stream right now, my biggest suggestion is try not to cut as much as third man, or just in general, because cutting is going to throw off the rotations, it's going to throw out the people who have momentum, and therefore it's going to lead to either bad touches, no touches, or just overall mistakes.
Yeah, it seems like our prediction, though, is kind of coming to fruition. Both games honestly could have gone either way. One side being a little bit more defensive heavy, while the other one's a little bit more offensive heavy. That's a dangerous mistouch coming from Jank and KM King. That could be a goal as it gets lobbed straight onto the backboard there, but Jank able to put it downfield. Talon KM getting the 50. Rhino cutting off KM King. Puts it down this blitz half. That is that mid touch coming from, I can't see who that was. Doshi, Pumpkinhead, keeping it on the split side as we see a maybe shot opportunity, goes wide. Doshi, not a lot of boost, forced to maybe take a 50, lobs it towards Rhino as we see Rocket Rangers just coming out of the gate swinging with a whole lot of pressure.
Oh my god, Talon Ball was just peaked there, trying to get the double attempt, but he wasn't quite able to get left enough to really get that shot on. We see a demo on Doshi coming out here. No third man. Rhino is going to be there. Pumpkinhead, nice little pre-flip. Not in a good direction here, though. But he is able to read it off the backboard here, getting it away from his net in a dangerous and uncomfortable spot. Rhino takes over. Talon Ball, stay a little bit mid there more, man. You got to wait for that Rhino pass here. But he does play that passive second. Rhino tries to get a backflip shot on, but Doshi is able to take over. Just kidding. Doshi doesn't take over. That's KM King. I think he bumped Doshi off there just a little bit. But we see, again, a lot of back and forth action from both these teams here. And Doshi maybe with a calculated 50 here. I'm not really sure. And, yeah, again, just a lot of back and forth from both these teams here. Nothing like last game. But, you know, good time to, you know, just kind of regroup, regather, and don't let anything happen. It was almost a great shot by Doshi.
Yeah, that honestly, that ball should have went in. He was robbed by the crossbar. An open net. That might be it. Is anyone from Blitz able to save it? Rhino able to get that last second touch, ensuring that that ball goes into the Blitz net.
Yeah, indeed. A little bit of a cheeky touch here from Rhino, not letting I think that was, who was it, Talon Ball on that clear, not letting him get that goal per game. How dare you, Rhino? We want to see Talon Ball's stats succeed. We don't want stuff go. Maybe that's why Talon Ball's stats aren't the best, because his teammates just keep stealing them from him. But regardless, we have Rocket Rangers lead by 1. A great touch from KM King. Puts it a little bit too high, though, but Doshi is there with the follow-up. Quick response, tying them up 1-1 in game number 4.
That was a great touch from KM King. Able to send it high, and Rhino, not a whole lot of boost on the backboard. I love that he was on the backboard, though. Just wasn't able to make the touch, and KM King with that lob, able to put the Rocket Rangers team very awkward, and his teammate was able to just slot it in there. No troubles found, as we see KM King try to get another goal right away, but gets 50 by Talon Ball. Doshi with the whiff. Talon Ball tries to get the touch, gets 50 by Jank. Pumpkinhead sends it towards the splits half. KM King unable to get the touch as we see a shot coming from Doshi, gets cleared away by Rhino.
Indeed, it's Jank there to regroup with mid to low boost, but Pumpkinhead plays the quick 50, tries to get it around him, but it's Jank still stays on, doesn't quite get the touch that he wants though. Pumpkinhead with boost tries to get it around the third man Doshi here, but Doshi takes a 50, sticks with it. Talon Ball off the wall, gets a little bit of a missed touch, and Doshi with the big boomer ball. Is somebody going to be back? And Rhino is there, full boosting to make that save.
That could be dangerous, but Talon Ball with the pre-jump save, able to keep the ball from going in the net as we see Doshi try to get a touch mid, unable to find his touch as Talon Ball tries to get it down the way as Rhino gets possession here, unable to get it over 1 as we see a shot opportunity coming from Jake, not quite. Talon Ball, 0 boost, gets the good touch in the corner as we see him grabbing the boost, preventing that boost still coming from Blitz, but as we see almost a double commit, Jank calling off his teammate, gets the touch mid as we see a favorable 50 going towards Rhino, but someone got demoed. I believe that was Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead gets a big clear, and a lot of pressure for this Rocket Rangers team again.
Yes, indeed. And we see a nice little clear ball coming up from Blitz half, getting away from their net. Talon Ball pops it up. Will he be able to get a shot on? Nope. Doshi is up, saying not today. You see KM King putting it again straight up. Rhino is up again. There's a lot of ups going on right now. What's up, dog? Not much. You? Anyway, stop talking to myself. Anyway, Jank on the ball. Grabs a little bit of a side pad here. A little bit of awkward bouncing back and forth. Is that a shot on? Almost. It's Jank with no boost. Plays it on the corner. Plays it passive. KM King looks like he wants to take over. But a little bit of awkwardness coming out here from the splits half, which not looking so good. As you see a great read from Rhino. Not quite able to put it on net, though.
Yeah, Blitz just seemed to be just been stuck on their hide, not stuck on their half. Sorry, not a whole lot of boost. Rhino tries to get to 50, unable to make the touch though. But Talon Ball able to keep this pressure alive. Blitz, they need to get a clear here. They need to create some breathing room. As you see a clear coming from Doshi. Doshi. Oh, it's an unfortunate whip coming from Jank. Rhino,
boost.
not a lot of boost, unable to take advantage. Talon Ball. I think right. Oh no.
Oh no.
Not a whole lot of boost. What is happening here? A lot of scuffness coming from both teams.
Yes, oh my god, I think Rocket Rangers probably could have had that goal if Rhino didn't go for it. Just need a little bit better comms. See a great shot coming out here from it's Jank Pumpkinhead able to get it away though here. And it looks like we might go to overtime. Doshi pops it up. Here's going to be a little bit of an opportunity, and it drops, sending them into overtime for Game 4.
Oh my god. So much, like, just missed opportunities coming from both teams. As you see a dangerous touch coming from Doshi, gets cleared away by Rhino. KM King not quite getting the touch he was maybe hoping for. As we see a clear coming from Talon Ball, bumping Jank tries to get it downfield. Rhino coming in fast, it's not Dookie, gets 50 by Jank. As we see Jank taking his time, maybe trying to go for the ceiling shot. As you see shot opportunity, not quite able to make contact. Doshi gets it mid, but KM King left alone. That is a big lob coming from Rhino. Gets the bump, but Talon Ball almost able to finish up there.
Yes, indeed. It looks like we've seen a lot of kind of passing attempts here. Rhino cuts with no boost, and I've seen a lot of that from Rhino. He cuts with no boost, little to no boost, and he just messes up those rotations here. But it's Jank takes over, flick around one. Is anybody going to be there? And a shot on. Great solo play from It's Jank, taking it in overtime, winning this series for It's Blitz.
That is incredibly unfortunate for Rocket Rangers. That was a very winnable series, but at the end of the day, Blitz just made less mistakes than Rocket Rangers, and they were able to seal the deal here in game number 4.
Yes, agreed. And I noticed towards the end there that Rhino maybe just got a little bit too anxious with his touches, throwing the rotations off, which might have to DM him a little bit, maybe do a little bit of VOD review with his team, because I noticed a lot of just errors and double commits and just overall not the best situations that they put themselves into. It wasn't even the other team that was putting them into those situations. Just unfortunate series for Rocket Rangers, maybe a little bit of miscommunication here, but Blitz able to, kind of power through and take this series in 4. And we will hopefully get these guys in here for a winner's interview. I'm going to switch it over to, what is this guy here? These guys won. We'll drag these guys in here.
Games have we played for?
Get these ones in for a little bit of a winner's interview. And Blitz, obviously, great series, you guys, winning 3-1 against Rocket Rangers. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah, good. It was a good win. They played well. I'm glad we were able to come out with it, though.
Yes, for sure. And I guess my first question will go to KM King here. It looked like that there was a little bit of back and forth at the beginning of the game, and then I don't know what happened, but something seemed to click with both teams really, where instead of really just big boomer balls back and forth, I know Cosmic kind of touched on this briefly, but did you guys kind of decide to, okay, let's try to maintain possession a little more, let's do a little bit less, just kind of frantic gameplay and kind of keep control, or was that just kind of something that happened that you didn't even realize?
Yeah, I feel like whenever, if you hear our comms, I'm always like, all right, you can settle that, or we don't have to boom that, take our time. First game is always nerves or whatever, trying to feel each other out. Yeah. But, Rhino was really super aggressive and everybody else was kind of staying back, so we knew we had time if we could keep the ball. So definitely when I play, I definitely try not to boom it as much as possible, try to keep possession, and I encourage the team to do as well, and they did a great job of it today. So.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess I'll shoot this next one to Jank. And I know KM King just very briefly touched on it there, but I know he had said that Rhino was playing very, very aggressive, which I know Cosmic can kind of vouch for me here. But we both noticed that he tended to cut a lot, and not only him, but a lot of his teammates' rotations were just kind of a little bit jumbled. So is that kind of something that you guys noticed before the series and just kind of adapted your gameplay to, or did you kind of notice that during the series and realize, hey, we can catch these guys off guard off of mistakes that they make?
Honestly, I don't think we talked about them at all coming up, and we played a couple games together, but nothing really this last week. I guess we more so were just focusing on ourselves instead of them, what they were doing.
I feel you. Well, good stuff. Good stuff. And, Cosmic, you got a question for these guys here?
Honestly, I don't really have anything now.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll shoot into the Doshi here then. I know I just recently kind of talked with you, considering we just casted and streamed together. Still had a blast on that one, and I really appreciate you for doing that. But not related to that, there was a few plays here where you were left a little bit awkward on defense. Maybe we're in a little bit of a wonky position on offense, and we're still able to make just a crazy play, whether that was just a little missed touch off a crossbar, like just some crazy defensive save. Is that kind of a play style that you've adapted with this team, or has that always just kind of been your style of play, making like a passive third touch or just a crazy save?
Did I do that?
I think you did it a few times, yeah.
I'm just playing the way I've kind of always played, with obviously some adaptation, trying to get rotations clean. But like, I don't know, if I can do it, I'm gonna try to do it.
Fair enough. I mean, if you have to, you kind of have to. So,
Yeah.
I mean, props to you though. Props to you, man. And I guess
Thank you.
one last question. This kind of goes out for everybody here. So not Rocket League related. Hypothetically speaking, if you're in a situation that you need to make a decision, and that situation involves something in the air, and I don't know, maybe just a random scenario. I'm not gonna get into super specifics. Are you more of a Tweedledee or a Tweedledum kind of team?
You're asking if we're Tweedledee or Tweedledum?
Like no, like in a situation where you maybe need to make a decision, and maybe it's like really smart or not so smart. Just a situation. Are you a Tweedledee or a Tweedledum?
I
think
we make the smart
think-
decision every single time. That's what happens. We make the smart decision. It's calculated every single time. Every single time. There's no
I think
no
I tried
unnecessary
to be a
risks.
Tweedledee.
Tweedledee?
Yeah, that's
I tried to
that's
be
the
a
smart
Tweedledee.
one. Yeah.
Tweedledee. Fair enough. You heard it here first, folks. This Blitz team is, in fact, a Tweedledee kind of team. But regardless, great series tonight, guys. Winning it in 4. Pretty confident win. Very, convincing style. And I hope to hear you, or not hear you, but see you in this winner's interview again.
Sweet. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
sweet.
it.
Thank you.
No problem. Well, anywho, we're going to kick these guys out here. We're going to wrap up the stream, and, I mean, very successful stream, I'd say, other than that first game with a little bit of internet something, whatever, connection issues. But regardless, very good stream, and it was good ending it off with you here. And do you have any final remarks before I kind of sign off?
Yes. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Drink water, and just do your homework right away over spring break. Just don't wait till the last second.
I agree with everything but that last part. Always procrastinate.
What?
Procrastinators, test your skill, okay? I'm joking. I'm only joking. But no. I guess before you sign off here on a relatively successful stream, Dcrl creator code, use that. It helps us in the back end of things. It helps us provide for everyone that's either involved or just a viewer. And I mean, really, any donation is really appreciated. We can't say it enough. We greatly appreciate any funds that we can get. Obviously, we're not like on our knees begging, but if keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Some people are begging, but regardless, join the Discord. It's a great place to meet people. It's a great place to kind of have fun, talk, maybe meet new people, make new teammates. And if you're in the Dakota area and you go to college, join up. We always have next season. It's a very fun league. And then obviously you follow all the socials on the bottom there. It's always a blast. We post a lot of stuff, whether that's just clips, fun stuff, whatever. But other than that, we're going to wrap this stream up. And I hope that everybody, I'm not sure if I'm going to be casting again or streaming again, but I hope everybody has a very safe and fun break. And we will see you a while from now. Hopefully. At least me. But toodle-doo.
Adios, chat.